Wow, this looks absolutely brilliant. So first up, we've got multi-loader. This is by Rowley Christie 1, 2.4 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, this has got a 4,000 litre capacity because, yes, you can store loose croppage in it, which is all right indeed. Now, obviously, it's going to mount to your 3-point, and it has got a door this side that you can potentially open for putting some pallets in, no problem. Now, it's got an 80 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 2.2 metre working width, which is interesting because let's face it, it's a 3-point trailer. All right, £5.5 to buy. You have the option of brushed metal finish. You can have it as anti-slip aluminium paint. Well, plate, not paint. Oh dear. You can't paint it on. You then got galvanized steel. You got metal, and then you got your brushed aluminium. Well, your brushed metal finish, shall I say? You then got your main color. We've got purple. It's going to do those bit. Although to be fair, it's given a metallic purple look to the side panels. That's all right. Then your design colour is obviously going to be the framework. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is the Lizard 500L. This is by Biodisco and Atarovsky. 1.53 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under fertilizer spreaders. Now, it's got a 500 litre capacity, as the name would suggest, 10 metre working width with a 9 mile an hour working speed. It's only going to cost you £1,000. I mean, don't get me wrong, 500 litre capacity. Yeah, you're probably going to need a supplementary tank on the front of your tractor, but it's only going to cost £1,000. That's well cheap. Next up is the Albutt F301. This is by Kranienski, 0.5 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under front loader tools. Now, they're all basically the same-ish. Yeah, but some a little bit different, to be fair. They all look the same anyway. And you do have the option on all of them where you can have the wrapped bale handler or you can have the bale spike. So that's the option is the same. You then got time collision, yes or no. Now, that's only going to be on the two that's got bale blocking on their name. It's going to be the time collisions. Obviously, if you go for the one without it turned on, yeah, you're not going to be able to pick up bales properly, but we'll come back to that in a minute. You then got stickers on the rollers, yes or no, and then obviously you got your design colour, which is obviously going to do those bits. All right, fair enough. Now, you do have different options between the two again. So you've got the camera or no camera version. And then obviously you've got the standard versions with the camera or no camera. So you've got these two, which is going to be, you can either have bale collisions, or you got these two, that's automatically, it's going to work like a normal bale handler sort of thing. Right, so first up, the one without bale collisions. So I've had that turn off. So obviously you go into it, yeah, you can move it up and down, not a problem. You go in like that, put your bale straps on, well, put your straps on, and then away you go. Then you can just turn them off and just drop it. Now, what I like about this is obviously these are all going to work the same as well. If you do RB and right stick left and right, you move the arms in like that. Alright, fair enough indeed, which is ace. So obviously that's going to be the one without the old bale collisions on it. So we've got a standard one here as well. And I think these are brilliant. You know, you just you come, I mean, just the ability to strap them down so they're not going to fall off, which is always handy. I mean, this one has got the bale collisions turned on. So obviously you will just be able to lift it up like a normal one. But you can still strap it down and then yeah, do what you like. Now, this is one with the camera option. So if you cycle through the cameras like that, there you are, it's centered on the bale now rather than the rest of it. So you can just see exactly where you're putting the bale. Oh, that is ace. Do like that. And again, you've got the, well, if we take the straps off, you have got the option to do left and right with the RB button to get some smaller bales if you like. I mean, some really small bales if you put it right at the minimum width on it. But, oh, that's ace. Right, next up is the round bale trailer. This is by CB Modding, 2.1 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under bale transport. Now, it's going to cost you £6,500 if you don't go for the optional. Well, let's face it, there's all the colour options are going to be costing you 200. What about if we go for one right down the bottom? They're 200, so it's 6,700, let's face it. The only other option is going to be to colour the main frame. So obviously, this is going to be there to hold you round bales. You drop them in the little frameworks, you can be able to get 6 on the go here. Obviously, this is designed primarily for smaller maps, so where you don't need as much space for getting a great big trailer for your bales into a field. So that could do nicely for a bit of small farming shenanigans. And next up is Fuel Tank Trailer. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Modding Serve, 3.02 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, obviously, we've all been there in the past. You've been out in the field and you've run out of fuel. I know I've been there, definitely. So this is going to be the thing for you. It's a little fuel bowser for you. So 4,500 litre capacity. It's only going to hold diesel. It's going to cost you 6.5 grand if we don't have... Well, even the standard ones, the cheap ones, 250. So the lowest price is going to be 6,750. Well, why have it as an option? Just put the original price up. Oh dear, oh dear. You got your tank material. So you got your chrome, your scratch metal. Oh, that looks all right. Looks a little bit lived in. Your galvanized, matte plastic, and then glossy plastic, and then back to aluminium. Well, not back to aluminium, onto aluminium. Then you got the polyester plastic, and then back to chrome. So that was the original. And to be fair, chrome for the win, I reckon. All right, fair enough. So your wheels, you have got different versions of the old design. And to be fair, some of them got different tyre sizes as well. So you go for whichever one you want. You then got your main colour, which is going to be that bit. Oh, do you know what? Right, no. Let's... Oh, yes, look at that. Chrome pink. Chrome pastel pink. Oh, that is ace. Oh, I love that. Secondary colour, we'll go for purple again. It's going to do the old checkerboard plating on the bottom there. You then got your secondary material. So we'll go over yellow. That just made it different colour. Is that adding something to the bottom of it? I mean, we'll put the... Yeah, it's like it's like changing the material on the bottom of the old checker plating. All right, fair enough. You then got your design color. We'll go with a white. It's going to do those bits. Man, that's bright. That is bright indeed. Let's change that. We'll go for black. There we are. That's looking better. And then you got your rim color, which is obviously going to be your rims. But that being said, when you go for whichever color you like with the old unlimited color mod, and go for the chrome version, it's going to chrome it all up. Oh, that's ace. And next up is the Fliegl DHKA 390. This is by owner Emery, 4.91 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 43,000 litre capacity for a 55 grand price tag. You can then change the tyres. You got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, and then back to Trelleborg again. On the design, so you can have it as standard, or you can have a Transformer livery down the side. You then got your extra lights, so we'll spin it around the back. So we got yes or no, so it's going to be putting, what's that, putting like a fog light, reverse light sort of thing, work light on the back? Okay. Cover is going to be yes or no. Then you've got your main colour. We'll go for purple on that one. It's going to do all the framework. You got your cover colour, which is obviously going to be doing your cover. And then you've got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be your rims. All right, fair enough. I mean, that's an all right trailer. Obviously, you're going to hook up to a lorry, whatever you want to call it, semi-lorry, one of those. It's not going to be a tractor job. It's going to be a big lorry job. All right, that's looking good. All right, next up is the Bremer Transportwagen Pack. This is by Halby, 10.83 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under flatbed trailers. Now, this has got a 15 grand price tag, and you can change the tyres from Trelleborg, BKT, and back to Trelleborg again. You then got speed sign, so spin it around the back. There we are. So we've got 25, 40, 50, 60, and then none. You've got your main colour, which is going to be doing those bits. You then got your chassis colour, which is going to be doing your chassis. You then got your hydraulic colour, which is going to be doing those bits there. So sort of like the pipe work and the hydraulic bits on the front. Then you got your attacher colour. Man, that's a lot of different colour options. Going to do your attacher bit. Your design colour, again, is going to be doing which bits? I see the whole thing sort of flash a little. Is that going to be the speed sign? No. Okay, so we've got We'll go for blue. Go for bright blue. See what that brings up. I was going to do the old mountain rings. All right, fair enough. You ain't got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be doing your rims. Now, obviously, we've had one of these before, and it's great that we've got different colour options. But if you're thinking maybe I want something a little bit longer, well, they've got you covered with that one, because you've got this one, the old TP700S. Same options as before, all the different colour options and the tyre options, but a bit bigger. Yeah, I'd say maybe 50% bigger. Oh, you can get loads of pallets on that. And next up is the Lizard Z261. This is by Clonic, 24.9 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under round balers. Now, obviously, this is going to be one for your old school playthrough, definitely. 3,000 litre capacity on the old baleage, 45 horsepower requirement for my tractors. So it's going to be doing, old school roleplay, old school tractors, low horsepower, no problem with that. 6 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to do 125 centimetre round bales. That's going to cost you 20 grand. I mean, you do have the option of stickers. So number 1, number 2, without, and then back to number 1. Your main colour is going to be the main colour. Your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Yeah, so if you're going down the old school roleplay route, get one of these on the go. Next up is the Lizard ProBale. This is by BB Mods, 28.06 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under round balers. Now, this is going to require 160 horsepower from your tractor, 15 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to do 125 to 185 centimetre round bales, which is interesting indeed. Now, it's going to cost you 130 grand if you don't have any optional extras, which, to be fair, is the consumable part of it. But all right, fair enough. You then got your option on Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, Trelleborg again. Then you've got your wheel setups, you've got your stands, you've got some wides in there as well, which is all right. Decals, you can have none. Lizard, Lizard Lawn Care, Lizard Farming, Lizard Alt White, Lizard Alt Black, which you can't really see because the rest of it's black. Then got Vicon, Converland, Kubota, Agco, Class, CaseIH, Fendt, GoVile, John Deere, Krone, Kuhn, MasseyFerguson, New Holland, Pottinger, Vermeer, and then back to the original. So you can pretty much have it matching whatever vehicle you've got, to be fair. Then you've got the option to have it with or without your consumables as well. Silage additive tank, yes or no. Going to put it on the front. Yeah, don't bother. It's not really worth it. You then got your pickup technology. So you got your standard 3 metre or the Black Hole 16 metre. You can have a 16 metre pickup on the front of that. And it's called the Black Hole. That's awesome. I love that. You then got your main colour, which can be, let's face it. Let's, Chrome Baler. Oh, why not? Why not? Indeed. And then design colour is going to be, well, you could do the same. I mean, obviously, let's chrome it all up. Dear, oh dear. And your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Now, this has got a great feature on it. And obviously, you can do your baling, which is great. And you can change the bale size. You go 125, 180, 185. So your 185 is going to be your maximum on this one. And then obviously you turn it on, lower it down, jobs are good. So we've got the old black hole pickup on this one. So we're done. We've done it a little bit. So 2,000 litres on that, which is all right. Now, right, so it comes with the automatic drop already installed, turn it on, whatever. If we turn it off, we then have the option to do L, B and Y, unload the bale. So now we can unload an unfinished bale. So there we are. So we've got that one there. It's got 2,000 litres in. We can pick it up. Job's a good one. Now, I tried it earlier on, so we'll lower it down. It didn't like to do it again. Oh, now it's working. Look at that. Now we can go all the way through. So we'll carry on going. We've now got 9,000 litres. Obviously, we've got we turn off the automatic bale drop. But that's interesting, because this is what it did earlier on. We got it done, and now it's not emptying. I'm not sure whether this is going to need an update or not, because we've got some stuff in there. I mean, we've got one bale out. Yeah, maybe that does need an update. Right, next up is the Strautmann Trailers. This is by PXLR, 23.23 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under trailers. Now, first off, we've got the SK 8001 TD, 6,000 litre capacity, £11,170 to buy. You then have the option to put an extension on, so it puts up to 12,000 litre capacity, 18,000 litres, hydraulic back door. All right, fair enough. That's still got 18,000 litre capacity, and then a Bale trailer version, and then a different Bale trailer version, and then a different Bale trailer again, and again, and again, and again. I mean, how many different Bale trailers is there? I mean, there's loads, but you basically got extensions going up the side, and then obviously you got your back side opened as well. I mean, that's a lot of different Bale trailers, I must admit. You then got your option of tyres, Trelleborg, BKT, and then Trelleborg again. Then you got your back hydraulic connection, yes or no, which is going to be around the front. There we are. Just going to put those there. All right, fair enough. Now, obviously, this is a pack. So we got the SK 8001 TD, which would probably be my choice out of the two, because the other one is going to be exactly the same, but with a swivel axle. And I am terrible at reversing these. So I'd go for the other one. But if you're going to go for this one, just drive forward. It's so much easier. And next up is the Farmtech Superfex 800. This is by owner Emery, 6.64 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under manure spreaders. Now, it's got a 10,500 litre capacity, 64 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 9 metre working width, and a 12 mile an hour working speed for 27.5 grand. There is no options. Obviously, it comes as it is. I mean, 9 metre, I'd say on a muck spreading, that's probably going to be for your small farming shenanigans. So why not? Get one on the go. And next up is the Marshall Pack. This is by owner Emery, 3.41 megabyte on the download. You're going to find them in 2 different places. So go down to your mods and DLCs. It's so much easier. So first up, we've got the ST1800, 8,000 litre capacity, 85 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 11 metre working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed, because this is going to be a slurry spreader for you. So you're going to do your slurry and your digestate. It's going to cost you 14 grand to buy. The only options is going to be your Trelleborg BKT, Raderstein, and then back to Trelleborg on your tyres. Now, this isn't the only thing in this pack, because they have actually got a Bale trailer for you. It's going to cost you 11 grand. Going to have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, and then Trelleborg again on the tyres. We've got some standards and standard 2s and 3s in there, and you can change the colour on this one, which is strange because you can't do it on the other one. All right, fair enough. Why not? I mean, they're looking all right. Fairly simple. Job's a good one. Right, next up is the Lizard Agri 4M. This is by Holtz FS, 2.63 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, this requires 100 horsepower from your tractor, 4 metre working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for 3.5 grand, which is not that bad at all. You do have the option to change the main colour, so that could be, let's face it, anything you like. It's going to do your framework. Now, this is interesting, because obviously this is in the transportation mode. So what you need to do is L, B and Y, put it into work mode. It's a little bit random. So it's going to flip it all the way over. You then need to detach, then go around the other side, hook it up, and then away you go. So you just, which is, I mean, could you still get the attacher point this side? So I'm thinking if you can, then you could potentially do 2 jobs in one. Yeah, you can. So it still hooks up to a 3-point there. Interesting. So you just you come around like this. There we are. Do your cultivator, put it on that side, then you're ready to go. Obviously work mode down, and away you go. And next up is the Dalbo PowerRoll 1230. This is by Halby, 5.69 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under rollers. Now, it requires 180 horsepower from your tractor, 12.3 metre working width, with a 7 mile an hour working speed for 32.5 grand. You then have the option of the wheeled brands. You've got Trelleborg, BKT, and then Trelleborg again. You've got warning signs, yes or no, so it's going to put those on the back. You then got warning triangle, yes or no on the back. You then got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. Why not? Design colour is going to be those bits, so like the hydraulic bits. Yeah, a little framework design. All right, fair enough. And then your chassis colour, we're going to go for blue. It's going to do the rollers. All right, fair enough. Get some rolling on the go. And Next up is the Amazon Cayron 200 pack. This is by Bayern Gamers, 14.88 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under plows. Now, this requires 240 horsepower from your tractor, 2.5 meter working width, and a 7 mile an hour working speed for 20.5 grand to buy. And it's looking good, to be fair. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? 2.5, small farming shenanigans, but why can't small farming have some good looking stuff? And this is very good looking indeed. That being said, 2.5 may be a little bit too small for some people. Well, they've got you covered with the V5 plus one. I'm not sure plus one because it's a 3 meter. I mean, it's still small. It's still small farming shenanigans. But that being said, they are looking good. Right, next up is the Köckerling Vector 570-800. This is by Platshurst Group, Power Austin and Fab 7331. 24.15 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, this requires 360 horsepower from your tractor. It's got a 5.7 meter working width and a 9 mile an hour working speed for 58.5 grand to buy. You do have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg on the tyre brands. Do you have the option of the tines? You can have wing shares or chisel shares. All right, fair enough. So changing a little bit on the bottom. Then you got your designs. You got your 570 or your 800. Now the 570, obviously, as the name would suggest, 5.7 meter working width. The 800 is an 8 meter. All right, no problem. Next up is the Lizard TP520 and TP520R. This is by Holtz FS, 3.81 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under cultivators. Now, this is interesting, I must admit. So it's got a 90 horsepower requirement, 5.2 meter working width, and a 12 mile an hour working speed for 4,200. You do have the option to change the main colour, and obviously that's going to do that bit. The design colour is not do a lot at all, which is interesting because there's no other options on it. All right, okay, fair enough. I mean, what's strange as well is the 520R exactly the same as the regular one. Didn't it's changing the logos on the end. Right, that's where the actual extra colour change is. Now, what's interesting about this is you can attach it to a big bag lifter. Right, fair enough. So obviously, you bring it up to the back of your tractor. We'll detach that. It's going to drop it to the. It's a little bit sketchy. Drop it down the back of your tractor like that, and we'll just pull up. I hope I haven't knocked it over. Have I? Oh, I got a feeling I have. Is that it? Does that put it right? Oh, we could be onto a winner. So you come down like that. You then attach it to the back of your tractor, and then you're ready to go. But obviously, in this position, it's not great. Yeah, you can't be using it like that. So what you do is you get out to your field, and then you'll do LB and RB together, left stick left and right, and it's gonna unfold it. Oh, that's ace. I mean, to be fair, the whole thing of you're folding it up and then you're getting your big bag lifted to come and transport it around, that's awesome. Well, next up is the Bednar Swifter SM 18,000. This is by Hispano, 15 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, this was a huge thing back in 22, I must admit. Remember using this to clear out some big fields nice and quick. 500 horsepower requirement from your tractors. You are going to need something tasty. 18.2 meter working width for a 10 mile an hour working speed for 120.5 grand to buy. The only options you've got is going to be your main colour, which is going to be the main colour, and then your rim colour is going to do your rims. All right, fair enough. I mean, you need some cultivating doing on a big field. Yeah, this will sort you out nicely. Right, next up is the AgroMasz Falcon 3. This is by Bartson on 3, 13.73 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under planters. So it's going to be doing your standard planting shenanigans. So your corn, your sunflowers, your cotton, that sort of thing. 1,400 litre capacity on the seed tank, 100 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 3 metre working width, and a 6 mile an hour working speed for 15 grand. But again, like we've seen before in this video, it's 3 metre small farmer shenanigans. Why can't they have nice stuff? Well, yes they can, especially with a planter like this. Right, next up is the Rolmako Cambridge Tandem Roller 9.4 metre. This is by JMZ, 20.89 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under rollers. Now, it's got 150 horsepower requirement from your tractor, as the name would suggest, 9.4 metre working width with a 7 mile an hour working speed for 19.5 grand. You can then change the wheel tyre, the wheel tyres. You can change the wheel brands That's better. Trelleborg, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg again. Yeah, I've got some different versions in there. I mean, oh, there's some nice tidy white boys. All right, fair enough. Then got the option of trawl, yes or no. Just going to put those bits on the end. Boxes for stones, yes or no. Well, that's going to be, well, I suppose you could add a bit of weight into there, though, couldn't you? All right. Beam reflectors, so that's going to be there for you with some warning signs as well. You then got lighting. Is that going to be around the back? Let's have a little look. Zoom out a little. Lighting, yes or no. It puts a light bar on the back. Fair enough. And your design colour is going to be those bits. All right, fair enough. I mean, JMZ's done quite a few of the old Rolmakos, and this is looking good like the rest of them. And next up is the Scarabelot Reversible Leveling Blade. This is by Scarabelot and ML Studios. 3.1 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the levelers. To be fair, this is ace. 100 horsepower requirement from your tractor is required. 3.5 meter working width with a 6 mile an hour working speed for $5.5 grand. You do have the option to change it from a leveler to an open field. So that's sort of more or less a bit of a plough, that sort of thing. But what this little party trick with this is, obviously you have got a little bit of adjustment, up and down, fair enough. But obviously you go through the old bunker side of that way and you think, oh, do you know what, I don't want to turn around. Well, just do Albutt A, flip the blade round and just go in reverse. Oh, that is ace. Right, next up is the Scarabelot Rear Dump Agricultural Platform. This is again by Scarabelot and ML Studios. 2.8 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, it says 2 meter working width, but to be fair, it's a Bale trailer, as the first setup is anyway. 75 horsepower requirement for your tractor and a $4.5 grand price tag. You can then change it from a Bale capacity up to a 1500 litre. All right, fair enough. And then back to your Bale trailer. So obviously, hook it up to your 3-point. If you've gone for the one with a capacity on, it's like a little dumper truck, as the name would suggest. All right, no problem. And next up is the Scarabelot RFS 400 knife roller. This is by Scarabelot and ML Studio. 8.97 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mulches. Now, it requires 90 horsepower from your tractor, 4 meter working width, and a 7 mile an hour working speed for $8,200 to buy. You do have the option of tyres, so you can have Continental, BKT, and then back to Continental again. And the only one, well, I say the only one, there's only 2 different versions under Continental there for you as well. I mean, you could get a whole setup from the old Scarabelot. All right, fair enough. Next up is the Scarabelot Green 9000 knife roller. Again, like the previous mods, from Scarabelot and ML Studio. 17.66 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mulches as well. But unlike the previous one, it's a little bit bigger. 9.1 meter working width, 11 mile an hour working speed, but it's going to require 140 horsepower from your tractor. So it's going to cost you 24 grand. But obviously, you're a bit bigger. Obviously, the side's going to fold out, get a bit of mulching done with the old green machine. Why not? And the last of our batch of Scarabelot mods from Scarabelot and ML Studio is the Scarabelot. I'm not even sure if I said that correctly. Scarabelot? We'll go with that anyway. The RDS 900 Clod Crusher Compactor. 3.71 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under rollers as well. Now, this has got a 75 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 3 meter working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for $5 grand. Now, the interesting thing about this is obviously 3 meter working width is going to be the roller in the middle, but this has got 2 trailer hitches on the end. Yeah, that's because also part of this pack is some little smaller versions, more individual. So you could get 2 on the end. So that would take, what's the middle one? Middle one was 3 meters, so 3 meter either end as well. So I'm going to put it up to a 9 meter roller. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a right pain to get it all hooked up, but still, I mean, 50 horsepower requirement for this one. I mean, you could use it on its own, but that means you need 50 for this side, 50 for the other side, so that's 100. And then for the centre bit, you're going to need 75. So it's 175 horsepower if you go for the 3 version. That being said, you've got trailer hitch there, and a trailer hitch in the middle. You could potentially go on forever just expanding it. I mean, you'd need something mighty on the old tractor department, but you could do. So why not? Well, next up is the Lizard Muscle. This is by Agrotono, 14.22 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cars. Now, This is awesome. 320 horsepower engine, 129 mile an hour top speed. And it starts off at 28 grand, although we have got an optional extra knocking around somewhere. There we are. That's better. So that's your standard version, 28 grand. Now, it's got a few options. We'll just go down that road. So you got fenders, you got standard, you got plastic fender, you got coloured fender, and then back to your standard version. Continental, Continental 2, Continental 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7. You see where this is going. There's quite a few different versions. Although, to be fair, I do quite like the old white walls. I mean, you've got some ones with some writing on the sides. That's all right. Then you've got your rim models. You got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and then number 7 at the end. So obviously you change your tyres, you change your wheels, separate different option. Then we've got the bumpers. Yeah, so we've got model 1. No, model, well, I'm going to go number 2 because there's a lot of writing on there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12. Got 12 different bumpers. Right, fair enough. Front parts. So we got standard. We got number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then back to the original. 13 different front grille setups. That's ridiculous. Rear bumpers. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back to number 1. Then you got exhaust. So you got rear with chrome side. So you got the exhaust at the back. You got your chrome side strips just there. You can have it rear with a coloured side. You can have side exhaust. Oh yeah. Or back to the original. No. Side exhaust. Always, if it's got side exhaust option, go for it. Fair enough. Then we've got the air intake, so it's going to be just in front of the rear wheel and then just by, well, where your shoulder would be. So we've got number 1, number 2, then back to number 1, and number 2 again, and then back to number 1, and then back to number 2. So different versions of the bottom one and then the different versions of the top one. So fair enough. Hood, so you got model 1, number 2, number 3, without a hood, or number 1. Now you got to have a hood. I mean, I would say go for that one with the old nostrils on. Definitely. Spoiler and blind. So this is going to be round the back. So you've got standard. We've got a coloured spoiler. We've got a carbon fibre spoiler, obviously. You got a blind on the back window. You then got the spoiler and blind, the carbon fibre and blind, and then back to the original. You then got the steering wheel. You even got options for that. So we've got steering wheel with full central console. You then got wood steering wheel. We then got a black steering wheel, which is basically got the center console missing. Wood steering wheel again, and then back to the original. You then got a dashboard. So you can have standard, black dashboard, wood, carbon fibre, and then back to obviously, you've got the option for carbon fibre. Why would you not go for it? Then you got your window film. So you got your standard. You got smoke 1. Number 2, number 3, and then back to the original. Then you got axle width. Now this is awesome. So we got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and then back to the original. Now look how wide those wheels are. That's ace. I love it. So stripe and front grille. So we've got standard, top stripe and plastic grille. Got side stripes, obviously down the side like that. You then got your side and your top stripes. You got your chrome grille, and you got your chrome grille with stripes, with the side stripes, and then with both stripes, and then back to your original. So you then got your cabin light. So you got your LED bar. Obviously, why would you want a light bar on your Mustang? But okay, grille with a light, and then back to standard. You then got your headlight stickers. So it's going to be putting some crosses on there, old school like that. Attachers, yes, you can have a trailer hitch on the back of your Mustang if you really want to do. Well, on your back of your lizard muscle. Yeah, it's not a Mustang because we're on console. All right, carry on. Then got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. Then got your bumper, which is actually going to be that bit there. You then got your stripe sticker. We'll go over blue. It's going to do your stripes. You got your headlight lenses. Now we'll just go down a little bit. There we are. So headlight lenses. We'll go with a red. It's going to give them a little bit of a tint. All right, fair enough. Then your rim colour is your rim colour. Now, this is ace. Obviously, you go and spec it as you like, but the startup is awesome. Oh, that sounds brilliant. Good old V8. And off we go. I mean, whoa, oh, I'll get the back end out a little bit here. I mean, admittedly, it is raining. Oh, we're doing some drifting. Ah. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if it's me or just I can't drive, or maybe just gunning it a little bit too hard. But that's ace. We take a corner, get a little bit of a drift on. Oh, watch out for the grass. Well, next up is Special Edition Krone BiggM. This is by BiggM, 14.7 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mowers. Now, this is awesome. 449 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed. It's got a 10 meter working width and a 21 mile an hour working speed. That's insane. It really is. So we do have the option to change the engine output. So we got a 840, man, that's a huge jump. 450 basically, up to 850. You're out an extra 400 horsepower with a turbo, obviously. You then got the supercharged version, which bumps it up to 900. Now, there may be a use case for these two extra horsepower engines. I'll come back to that in a minute. You then got your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Vredestein, Mitas, and then Trelleborg again. You've got different versions on the go. You've got some wide tyres in there, which is all right. Window tints, you've got your standard, you've got your light, your medium, and your dark, and then back to standard. PTO. This is where the extra horsepower may come in handy, because we spin it round the back. We got the option there with or without a PTO. Yeah. All right, fair enough. You then have the wide, the body and side wings. I put my teeth in, so we'll go with purple for those. So that's going to do those bits. The main body colour is going to be those bits. The frame and front arm is going to be those bits, and then your apron is obviously going to be your apron. We also got the blades and the rear frame as well, so we've got a grey for those bits, and that should we've got one for the decals as well. Where are the green decals? Interesting. Okay, let's put them as purple. Didn't really. Where are the green decals? Oh, they're on the front. There you are. Let's put them back as green. Oh, there we are. Fair enough. Oh, it just carries on. So we've got yellow decals. We can change those. We'll go with blue on that. So that's going to do those bits. Then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. All right, fair enough. It is what it is. Now, if you've gone for the one with the old PTO on the back, that means you can mow the grass and use a forage wagon, potentially even a baler as well if you wanted to, once you get it all hooked up. So we'll unfold it like that. There we go. We're going to start the mower off. Because let's face it, I've gone and got the old Colossus one here, so we could potentially be doing 5 million litres of grass in one go. Now we do want to put old toggle work mode. There you are. Swath dropping, that's what we want to do. So we'll do LB and X, turn it on, LB and B, lower that down, and then we want to go onto the back bit. We'll then turn that on and lower the pickup, and then we're away. I mean, we're doing 21 mile an hour. We're picking up the grass. That's just insane. We're just mowing along. There you are. You put it on cruise control and we're away. So we're doing 22 mile an hour, picking up the grass, although I'm not quite sure what's going on with the old grass animation in the back of this forage wagon, mind you, but we're picking up grass. Look, we just picked up 10,000 litres of grass in like 10, 15 seconds. That is awesome. Right, next up is the new Holland TX 62. This is by Duisvalt, 59.01 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under harvesters. Now, I'm pretty sure I used this on old Ravensport back on 22. So it's great to see it back as well. So it's got 155 horsepower engine, 15 mile an hour top speed with a 5,600 litre capacity, 65 grand to buy. You do have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg on the tyres. And then the only colour option is going to be for your rims. Now, obviously, having a harvester, you're going to need something to go on the front of it. And we've got a few different things. So we've got the TX62 header, 5.1 metre working width with a 6 mile an hour working speed for 35 grand. And if you don't fancy carting that around on the front of your harvester, it's got a trailer as well for the header. Now, you do have the option to change the colour, but only on the wheels. So fair enough, that's going to cost you 1,500. But old school, starting off, really cheap. Fair enough. And sticking with old school for the next one as well. So we've got the CaseIH 1455 1255 XL2 Gen. Man, that's a long way to say. So this is by Hercup and G Master, 22.13 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, it's got 125 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed with £42,390 price tag. You can then change the engine output up to 145 horsepower, and then back to the original. So that's your two versions there. You got your Trelleborg, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg on your tyres. You got some decent stuff on there. I mean, you got some wides. I always like a wide tyre, to be fair. Just gives it a little bit more stance. Fair enough. So exhaust system. So you got your enamelled, straight pipe, and then back to your enamelled. Your front mounted weights. You got a weight carrier, a front weight, a front hydraulic, and then back to your weight carrier. Then you got air filter systems. You got your standard. Then got your Cyclone, obviously, Cyclone High, and then back to your standard. No, go for it. It's called Cyclone. Why would you not want to go for that? Then you got your rim colours, which is obviously going to be your rims. So yeah, if you're going for the old school shenanigans, this will fit in nicely. And next up is the MasseyFerguson Series 200. This is by JA Modding, 44.16 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, it's got a 75 horsepower engine, 19 mile an hour top speed for 48 grand. You can then change the engine setup and go for 86 horsepower, 90 horsepower, 100 horsepower, 110, 120, and then back to your 75. So your 120 with the old MF290 Advanced Turbo. That's going to be your 120. That's going to be your biggest one. You then got your wheel brands. You got your Lizard, Vredestein, Trelleborg, and then back to Lizard again. Although the Vredestein, a little bit more low profile than the others. So, okay, fair enough. Weights. So we've got no plate 1, no plate 2, which is a plate. So it's not no plate. There was it. You got 3, 4, and then back to nothing. Then you got front fenders. So you got, you got old and new. Well, it says fenders. All right, it's the back fenders, let's face it. All right, no problem. Motor sound, you've got your normal engine or your turbo engine. So I'd say if you're going for the turbo, you got to go for the turbo one, though, haven't you? Let's face it. All right, fair enough. Next up is the Zetor UR2 Pack. This is by Castan 18, 122.62 megabyte on the download. This is a big one, and you'll see why in a little bit. Now, you're going to find it under small tractors. So first up, we've got the Crystal 12011, 115 horsepower engine, 17 mile an hour top speed, and 35 grand to buy. You can then change that off to a fast transmission, although to be fair, it's still got 115 horsepower. All right, you got a turbo version, 155 horsepower with a different transmission. And then back to the original. You got your Mitas, your Lizard tyres. And then you got your Continental, and then back to Mitas. I mean, you've got a couple of different versions on the go in there. You've got some wides on the back, that's all right. So you've got front weights, you've got 180 kilo, 290, 555, and then nothing. And then you've got your decals, so type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then back to nothing. Your fenders, you're going to be plastic extended or wides. Then you got your fenders on the front, so you got type 1, type 2, type 3, and then back to nothing. Then you got mud flaps. I mean, there's so much on this tractor. So you got short and you got long versions. Then you got cabin or cabine. All right, so type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 5, type 6, type 7, and then type 1 again. You got front lights. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back to number 1 again. You got back hydraulic. So again, there's so much to these tractors. Type 2, and then back to number 1. You got grill. So we got yes, or we got no. That's going to do the side bits. You then got exhaust. So you got in the hood, from the side, or in the hood. You got attachers. So 1, 2. So that's going to be around the back, isn't it? Got 2 sets of attachers. One in the middle as well. It's got hydraulic and a different attacher. All right, fair enough. So steering wheel. So we've got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, and then back to number 1. 6 different steering wheels. That's ridiculous. So hood. So we've got straight, cut off, or straight. Engine colour. There we go. Going to do that bit. Then got your hood colour. So we'll go that. You then got your back guards colour. We'll go over blue so we can see what's going on. There we are. Your front guard colour. We'll go over purple. Does your front mud guards. Your hubs colour. Separate colour for the hubs. All right, fair enough. Wheel weights colour that we haven't got on. So obviously that's going to do your wheel weights. Your front weight colour. We'll go over red. It's going to do the front weight. Your grille colour. I'll go for blue. It's going to do those bits. Then you've got your roof colour. Man alive, all these different colour options. Your cabin colour. We'll go for grey. It's going to do that bit. And your cockpit colour. Oh, this is just insane. Also, it's going to do the trim around the dials. All right, fair enough. And the rim colour is going to be your rims at the end. Now, obviously, maybe you're thinking, okay, that's one tractor. 122 megabyte doesn't really require just that for one tractor. Well, no, there's not just one. There's 6. 6 different tractors. Now, all the customization we've just seen on the old Crystal 12011 is it's not the same. It's different. But there's so much of it on each one. So you got you got a two-wheel drive version of the Crystal and a 4-wheel drive. Then we've got a slightly bigger one. And you got the 12111, that's a better way of calling it. And then obviously different versions. They all got different horsepowers and they've all got slightly different, customization. It's a lot, I must admit. But if you're going to go for a Zetor tractor and you want an old school style, take a look at this pack. Maybe book the afternoon off work or something because there's so much to it. But these are looking good. Right, next up is the CaseIH Steiger Series large frame. This is by CaseIH Modding, 63.01 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under large tractors. Now, it's got a 360 horsepower engine, 19 mile an hour top speed, and it's going to start off at 69, nice, 900 to buy. We do have an optional extra down there. Show the decals. There you are. So you do want an unbranded version. Well, I say unbranded, unmodeled decal version. You go for that 69,900 to buy. Then got your engine outputs. You can go for, well, that's going from 360 to 550, and then it goes up to 460, although it goes down to 460. Then it goes up to 550 again, and back to 400, then up to 600. It's changing the gearbox. I must admit, 400 again, and it's 600 again, and back to 425 and 625. It's really random. Well, different gearboxes. So the top one is 625. So we're going from 360 to 625. It's been a long day. Then you've got your wheel brands. So you got your Lizard Farming, your Michelin, Continental, BKT, Trelleborg, Mitas, and then back to Lizard Farming. Then you've got all sorts on the go. And you've got some twins in there. I mean, one of these always looks good with twins. Then you've got front weights. You've got 990 kilo or nothing. Beacon light. So we've got yes or no. Monitor. Oh, inside the cab. There we are. So we've got Kinsey Blue Vantage, Kinsey KPM2, Precision Planting, Blue Vantage and KPM, Blue Vantage and the Pre-Pla was a Precision Planting. There's different versions. Oh, you got all of them. Just have all the screens because it's always going to look better. She got quick hitch. She can have it as yes or no. It's going to be putting that on the back. Front extra lights. So we've got no or we've got yes. We then got show decal. So we've got yes, only brand and model. So you got that one there. And there's also the stripe below the window as well. And you got the only brand. So you got the one on the front there. And then back to 0 or back to nothing, shall we say. Then you've got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. And your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Now, if you're thinking, do you know what? Whilst the twins look good, I fancy some tracks. Wow, they've got you covered because they've got the Steiger quad track as well. Now, I'm not going to go through all the engines again because let's face it, that was just too many. So the top one's going to be 600 on this one. So it starts off at 360 up the way to 600. And you got the similar sort of options before. You know, you got your wheels, you got your front weights, all that sort of shenanigans. So you know what to go for. But obviously, me being me, I prefer the one with the tracks. I think tracks make a tractor look so much tractor-like. Fair enough. And that's mod for the day, because to be fair, it's been a long day already. The John Deere 4940 Self-Propelled Sprayer. This is by Custom Modding, 53.48 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find him under fertilizer spreaders. Now, this has got a 340 horsepower engine, 31 mile an hour top speed, and a 31 mile an hour working speed, which is insane. 195 grand to buy. You do have the option on the wheels. You've got your Lizard, you got your Michelin, Midas, and then back to Lizard again. You've got a couple of different versions on there. You've got some duals if you wanted to, which is all right indeed, I must admit. But yeah, I've got some LSWs, which are always looking good. I mean, those ones, yeah, they look awesome. Starfire 3000, yes or no. Fenders, yes or no. Beacon lights, yes or no. Grin Star 3 software, Spray Star, Spread Star, or Spray Star. Okay, fair enough. Numbers, so we go number 1, and that's going to go all the way up to number 25. Who's going to have 25 of these sprayers? I mean, that's a huge farm. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? It's, yeah. All right, fair. That's a lot. 25. Okay, so you got your standard, you got your 25%, 50, and then 75, and then back to standard on your window tint, and that's your options. Now, you may be thinking this is a self-propelled sprayer, but there's nothing on the back. Well, you're right, because you've got 2 options. So first up, you've got the dry box. So this is going to be doing your solid fertilizer. So 19,200 litre capacity, 24 metre working width with an 18 mile an hour work speed. And you've got the option to change the colour, obviously, of the main bucket. It's going to cost you 48 grand. And it's going to do your liquid fertilizer, your solid fertilizer, and your lime. But we have got a liquid fertilizer version if you want to, and a bit of herbicide as well. So 4,542 litre capacity, 36.5 metre working width, and a 15 mile an hour working speed for £84,990. Then you've got the option of direct injection, so 170 gallon. It's going to put a little capacity up. It's going to give it a little capacity beef. Yeah, we'll call it that anyway. Then got load command system, yes or no. Now, I couldn't see what this changed on here, to be fair. I mean, when we've seen it before on other mods, it's like a little control box. Yeah, just for aesthetics, but okay. Now, obviously, this thing is awesome. I mean, it would be raining, wouldn't it? So you unfold it, L, B, and A. Unfold it like that. It's 36 metre working width. That is awesome. But you do have the option. LB and right stick left and right. Going to open the door. Right, fair enough. LB and RB together. Right stick left and right. You can move your track out. Look how far that goes. I mean, with the old LSWs on, that is looking mean, I must admit. I mean, once you've now got it unfolded, I mean, look at it. You're going to be doing 36 metres. Look at it. Oh, that is well stable. With that track spread out. That is ace. I got a few updates as well. We've got Westbridge Hills 25 by Zero Weto. There's no mention of a new save, so that should be alright. Got the Settlers by Setka Simulations. Now that doesn't mention a new save either. Got the Case Quad Track AFS Connect by Hans. The Big Bud Series 3 by Classic American Icons Modding and Bala 2003. The JCB Hydra Dig 110W by Ross and Mods. The JCB Teletruck by Ross and Mods. The Lizard Colossus Pack by Chris S and Riley S. Now, this is there's a few things to this pack, and this is going to be one of them. Now, yeah, obviously this pack's been out for a while, and updates are always great from Chris S and Riley S. We've got a couple of extra things. So we've got a Bale Master, which is going to be like one of those dump it in, and then it's going to bale it up for you, which is great. We've got a Tedder with the unlimited, well, I say unlimited, the unrealistic working width of 50 meters. I mean, you've got a vine disc in there as well with a 50 meter, and we've got a spreader, which is pretty good as well. But this obviously is going to be the best part of it, because it's a cotton harvester with a potentially up to 50 meter working width. So you do have the option of the old crop, what are they called? guides. That's it. So you just turn it on and away you go. We're now doing 50-meter cotton, and it's going to do it at whatever speed. Well, we'll do it 40 mile an hour. I mean, look at this. Look at this cotton. I mean, that's ridiculous. So we're up to 10,000 litres in our bale. Oh, got a bit of a power slide on the go. Maybe going a little bit too fast, but look, we're soon going to be up to a bale's worth of 20,000 litres on a cotton harvester. That is awesome. We've also got the John Deere T Series and 600X headers by FS25. The Metprezet PN182W Plus by JMZ. The Metprezet PN240 Maxi 3 Plus by JMZ. The Metprezet PN100 by JMZ. The Bailey Bowser by Ross and Mods. The Rudolf Welger DK280 RP by Nicky Agra. The Tanker Trailer Pack by Owner Emery. The Self-Made Water Tank by Biodisco. The Old German Cellar by Hellraiser. The Tool Height Control for Headers by DD Mod Passion. The Forage Harvester with Pipe Control by DD Mod Passion. And the Bale Twine Add-on by DD Mod Passion.